Hello there, you're watching Dansky, and this is the place to be to develop your creative skills and grow as a designer. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my 5 top tips for better briefs from your clients. So to start with, number 1, objectives. Now, when starting any project, it is essential to understand what the objectives, what the goals of the project are. If you don't know exactly what your client is looking for, what is the purpose of the project, the goal, why are you even doing this, then you're going to have a hard time delivering on that business objective for your client. So whether it's one or whether it's multiple, doesn't stick on a beard, whether it's one or multiple, it's always essential to understand what those objectives are, because then you can more effectively tailor your end product to meet those business goals. So if it's an app or a website, whether you're looking to increase conversion rates or get more signups, whatever the business goal is, you can more effectively tailor the solution to solve that business problem if you understand the objectives, both you and the client. And if there's any feedback like, I like this and I dislike that, you can more effectively guide that feedback towards the business objectives. Does this deliver on these objectives? If the answer is yes, then you've got a bit more leeway in steering your client towards an end result that is less tailored about their personal preference and more about serving the goals of the business and ultimately fulfilling the brief. Number 2, deliverables. Another essential ingredient in a good brief. Deliverables clearly identify what you are going to be delivering for the project and what your client is going to expect to receive. So whether it's PSD files, Vector Illustrator files, or whatever the end result looks like, you can clearly define this all up front and agree it with your client. So at the end of the project, when you hand over all of your files, there are no nasty surprises. They get exactly what was agreed upon for the agreed price, everyone's happy, and life goes on. Number 3, deadlines. Also incredibly important for both you and your client is to understand the time frame of a project from the start all the way through to the finish. Whether it's big or small, it's important for you to understand when you can deliver something and for your client to also know when they can expect to receive it. And if the deadlines that the client set are unrealistic and you can't achieve them, definitely let them know up front. There's nothing worse than saying you're going to deliver something, making that promise, and then breaking it. That is a big no-no. If you say you're going to deliver something, make sure that you deliver on it. If the time frame is unrealistic, tell them up front. Be honest up front and let them know. And then if they want to continue the project with you and adjust the time frame or work with someone else, then you're being honest with them and they can make an informed decision. Number 4, target audience. Now this is crucial to understand because there is a huge difference between designing for a boy, for a girl, for a man, for a woman. I don't know what this is, but there is a huge difference depending on who you're designing for, the demographic that your piece of work in the project is aimed at. And the big benefit to better understanding the target audience is that you will be able to tailor your design solution more suitably to that demographic of people. So if you're designing something with a very masculine approach and actually your target audience is women, it's going to resonate with them a lot less than if you had taken a different design approach. And my number 5 top tip for better briefs is this. If your client isn't able to supply you with everything else we've just talked about, then it's probably worth considering if you'd like to work on the project. If they can't tell you what the objectives of the project are, what deliverables they're looking for, what the deadlines are, if there are any, and what their target audience is, then that's not really giving you the information that you need to be able to solve their business problem, which, by the way, is essential. And if your client doesn't provide you with this information, it's your responsibility to ask for it. If you don't ask the right questions and get the information that you need, sorry, but that's on you. So make sure you ask these essential questions up front, and if they really can't or won't give you that information, then it's probably worth considering working on another project. When a business understands that what you deliver is going to affect their bottom line, they're usually a little bit more interested and open to giving you the information you need. And there we go! Those are my 5 top tips for how to get better briefs from your clients. As always, guys, please feel free to leave any questions or comments down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, take care, and I'll see you next time.